She completely disappeared, and then her underwear was found 17 feet up in a tree. In the fall of 2015, Sophia Coetzee was a 21-year-old medical student from Amsterdam. She was staying in Kampala in Uganda, Africa for an 8-week internship at a hospital because she wanted to specialise in tropical medicine. It went really well. She really enjoyed her time there. She was always on the phone telling her parents how amazing it was. Because she loved the culture there so much, she decided that before leaving and returning back to Europe, she was going to go with 2 of her friends who on a tour around the wilderness. Her family were happy with her doing that, but they were a little bit worried as well because she had bipolar and she could have moments of manic episodes. And her friends actually noticed this at one point during the trip when they woke up one morning and Sophia wasn't there. She appeared back in the room saying that she'd spent the night in a lookout tower at the wildlife park that they were staying at. And when her friends had said, "Why on earth would you go and do that and not tell us?" she said that she was challenging herself to survive a night out there and she just wanted to see if she could do it. Well, on the 28th of October in 2015, the 3 girls arrived at Murchison Falls National Park. They went on a boat trip on the Nile before getting to their accommodation for the night at about 6 p.m. After they unloaded the car, Sophia told the others that she was going to go and use the bathroom, which was located in a separate building a little bit further away because where they were staying was like lots of different little buildings all over the place. But 15 minutes later, Sophia still wasn't back, so they went looking for her. They got some of the park rangers to have a look as well, but Sophia had completely vanished and they couldn't find her anywhere. Over the next few days, there was still no sign of her and everybody was increasingly worried. Her family even flew in to help look for her. There were helicopters, search dogs, and a big group made up out of police and park rangers. On the 4th of November, a Dutch police team arrived with a drone, but still there was absolutely no sign of her anywhere. Along the river, a few items confirmed to belong to Sophia were found. They included things like her sunglasses, a shoe, a water bottle, and also bits of fabric scattered on the ground and also wrapped around tree branches underneath a tree. 17 feet up in that same tree was more ripped fabric that turned out to be fabric from Sophia's underwear. Some of the biggest theories were that she was attacked by a wild animal, but that wouldn't necessarily explain the clothing tied round the twigs. It might explain things like underwear being scattered up in a tree, but it wouldn't make sense about the pieces individually wrapped around individual twigs. Also, there was no blood around or there was no drag marks. Some theorised that she'd fallen into the river and drowned, but some of the Dutch police said that it looked like this was a staged crime scene. An independent lab also found traces of male DNA on the clothing and it wasn't linked to any of the police or any of the members of the search party, so she could have been attacked in the wilderness by somebody and potentially murdered, or be alive and be held captive somewhere.